Thursday night football, Underdog pick'em. Let's get after it. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Craig Ben, aka Cash Keg, back with an Underdog pick'em video. Man, week 4 of NFL is already here, but we got the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. I got 3 plays for you that we're going to talk about. If you want to play them, fade them, that is up to you, but I'm going to give you my research behind them and why I like them. If you don't have the Underdog account, use that promo code CashCake and get yourself that free pick and up to $1,000 in bonus cash. It is that easy. And also, if you're a first-time depositor, you can get a free month of our Daily Edge Sports Elite package, which includes all of our Underdog tools, including picks and slips that we do have. So with that, let's dive in. Let's talk some Underdog. All right, Underdog is up on the board here. Again, we're going to talk about 3 plays for Underdog that we do like. And don't forget, Underdog's been fantastic this year with all of their promos. Looks like they got a couple 30% profit boosts that are up here. And just constantly, the vulture protection for running backs is awesome. Just an awesome product all around. Just one of my favorites that are out there. And they continue to give free stuff away all season long with NFL, and that's not going to slow down anytime soon. So 3 picks that we do like here. I'm going to first start off with CeeDee Lamb. I talked about him on another video, but one of the things I love about Underdog is the plethora of options that they give you at all the different projections that they have. And I think CeeDee Lamb's going to have a monster game here. I really do. I mean, with everything that went on last game, and, you know, he owned the Giants last game he played them, and we haven't seen that breakout CeeDee Lamb monster game yet. I think we're going to see a big game here. So I think there's a lot of ways you can go here. I kind of like the first quarter reception yards to kind of get him going a little bit. I do kind of like that one. But I think where I'm really going to land, I know it's kind of crazy to take this because it's a little bit sketch, but I do like that 25.5 longest reception. This year, he's cleared it each and every time, 34, 65, and 31. I feel like we get a deep ball out of him or, a cross over the middle that he just absolutely torches this defense. If we look at what he's did last year against him, had a 49 and a 30-yarder. All of 2023, he did this in 61% of his games. It's a little bit sketch, if you want to go fantasy score, perfectly fine with that. We got to remember here, it's not full point per reception. It's only half. So keep that in mind. Targets at 9.5. He's only got 7 last 2 games. I can see that being a double-digit day out of him with targets. So I'm liking one of these 2 here. But just trying something a little bit different. Receiving yards first half, want to get him involved. Again, I just feel like it's going to be a big CeeDee Lamb game, and I don't think you can really go wrong across the board here. So I'm going to go longest reception, kind of get him started and hopefully gets a big one for us. But if you want to go targets like that, fantasy points again like that, first half reception yards, I just think Dak kind of gets him going, gets his mind right, and he has a monster day today. Second one we're going to go here is if he has a monster day, maybe we see Ferguson take a back seat here. And one of the biggest discrepancies out there, and now it's only 0.87x, but one of the bigger ones that we see out there is definitely Ferguson, and his odds of going under 4.5 receptions are pretty massive that are out there. So this is more of a plus EV play. I know that he missed the one game. He had 6 receptions last game, 3 that first game against Cleveland. And target share wise, he is sitting second at 13% target share. Dak's moving around a bunch. I mean, Lamb's got a 20%, Ferguson's 13, Tolbert 13, Cook's 12, Rico's at 9. So he's moved the ball quite a bit around. However, I just feel like this game, Lamb's going to be the guy. Maybe you don't see a ton of Jake here. And I'm going to kind of follow the odds with this one and take, lower than 4.5 receptions for him, especially if they get up early. Maybe we see them finally get that run game going and Rico getting the ball pounded a little bit more. The only only worry here is if they try to take Lamb away, and then Jake's going to be the guy, right? So, but I think they're going to scheme to get Lamb the ball in space and really get him going. They just really got to get him, and I feel like that monster game is coming. The Cowboys just have not looked right at all this year, and they really got to get going. And then bringing it back on the other side, I think I'm going to go over to Devin Singletary. I think there's a lot of ways you can go with him. Again, Malik Neighbors has been amazing, but I do think that the Cowboys are going to try to take him away the best that they can. And I think, we're going to see Devin Singletary, catch the ball in the backfield a little bit. So I do like looking at his receptions at higher than 2.5. I know it's a 0.81x, but he's caught 4 balls in 2 of the 3 games against Minnesota when they were behind. Didn't do much in that Washington game, but man, that was like field goal fest. And then Cleveland, he caught 4 balls. Dallas is ranked 22nd this year in running back allowed and receptions allowed at 5 a game. He's kind of their bell cow. He's had 10 targets this year, 10% target share. I think we can land on him pretty safe there for the 2.5 receptions. I was looking a little bit. I love these rushing reception first downs. I've been all over those this year, and they've been absolutely fantastic. One of my favorite things to kind of dig into a little bit, but I don't know if I truly trust these running backs to take a shot at those like I usually do. He has had in the last 2 games 4 and 5, so take that with what you will. 3.5 does feel a little light. If you want to take a shot at one of these, it would be Singletary for sure, just because I do think Rico on the other side of Dallas does keep the ball, does take more of a market share away from Zeke, and Zeke's going to kind of die off. But they're running stinking everybody out there on that other side. So Singletary is going to be the man here. If you think, he could catch a couple balls and get a couple first downs for sure. If that running game gets going against Dallas, for sure, 3.5 feels like they could get there if the game stays, close. I just worry if Dallas comes out on fire and they start putting it to them, that is where I worry about the rushing reception first downs. But 3.5 does feel a little light. I would not play it at 4, but I think at 3.5, if you don't like the receptions, if you don't like the 0.81x, I think it is very much in play here for him at the 3.5 number. So, hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel. I will do my best to continue to knock these out for you. Like always, I will see you guys on the flip side. Deuces.